She has moved from California to Michigan, joined my church, contacts my children, has been to my home, 400 pages of correspondence from her, which I have never responded to.
The young star had received death threats after he had confided to his therapist that he had conversations with God about Gomez.
Multiple trips to Gomez's studio, insisted that he would not leave Los Angeles until meeting her, and has a criminal history of stalking.
I come here just for you! I hate you!
While you may have been watching someone for months or even years, when you walk up to them and say hello, that's the start of the interaction in their mind.
I propose to Taylor Swift, everybody.
I'm not your friend.
Hey guys, it's Nim. What's up and welcome back or to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to the deep dive series. If you are new here and you don't know what the deep dive series is, this is basically where I sit down and I do my makeup and I dive deep into a certain topic or certain topics. And so for today's video, we're going to be diving deep into parasocial relationships. And a quick disclaimer, it's really freaking hot, so I have my windows open because I'm not gonna suffocate myself for the YouTube video. So you might hear cars passing. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, does this not look like two testicles on my head? If you don't know what a parasocial relationship is, according to Find a Psychologist, a parasocial relationship is a one-sided relationship where one person extends emotional energy, time, and interest, whereas the other party of this relationship is completely unaware of this person's existence and efforts. This happens so much now due to social media and the fact that someone's life and information is basically one click away, and the whole entertainment industry as a whole has fueled the parasocial relationships online. When it comes to parasocial relationships online, we see a constant thing of people claiming to be friends with their idol. When a well-known person starts to interact with their fans more often and constantly share, the fans suddenly feel like they have an obligation and a right to be able to advise this person, because the lines have suddenly become so blurred that we struggle to separate someone's personal life from someone's online persona. With the rise of social media and the internet, it has become very easy for fans to have direct access to influencers or celebrities, and us as viewers or listeners suddenly have access to things that would normally be private and very personal, like background information and knowledge from when people were like literally babies, and baby pictures and all of that stuff are now suddenly out in the open because of this access that we've all basically been granted due to the internet and social media and all these platforms. The idea that fans are now friends has become so toxic to the point where now we as fans, so people that are not in the limelight, cannot unbreak the habit of why won't they just tell us? We have honestly become so spoiled that when someone rips their fans of certain information that they feel they have a right to, or gets upset when their fans just give their negative, derogatory, or honestly just their general opinions, their fans will be absolutely offended that now they're like right to this person's information has been completely taken away, as though we as fans did not just violate this person's privacy completely. Consent is one of the biggest contributing factors, and so we are constantly assuming that because a celebrity is so open and casual with their fans, that they have granted us this all access pass into their lives, technically. And I think the reason why we're also so stripped away from the reality that celebrities are humans is because they are not treated like what they are, just humans. When you walk down the street, people aren't gawking at you in the grocery store and taking pictures of you. They're minding their own business. But when a celebrity walks into a store or a shopping center, a mall, whatever it may be, goes to dinner, instantly people are like, oh, watching you, whatever, and telling stories about you, and basically their life is now fully broadcasted because they're famous and they're no longer being treated like what they are. We are so used to treating celebrities as though they are some sort of royalty and they have a massive superiority over us. So when a celebrity suddenly breaks down those walls and lets people in, whether it's a celebrity like the Kardashians or just a regular everyday influencer, or just someone who just happened to blow up and now is suddenly their privacy is completely invaded, it suddenly becomes this thing as though we have friends in these people because they've given us the access to their life. With the internet being so easily accessible and everyone's information just being one search away, it's hard for us as fans to understand the concept of boundaries, especially when the boundaries have not been put in place by the famous person in question. If a celebrity doesn't feel the need to share something or doesn't want to share something, they immediately feel the need to defend their rights to privacy, which obviously shouldn't be the case. But also, in the same breath, us as fans and consumers go to watch something about our idol, and then we end up having our own boundaries crossed, as then we have to deal with hearing a life-changing or even triggering story that can trigger us, and our boundaries have been crossed. But then you see everyone being like, well, if you didn't like it, then you shouldn't have watched it. And then celebrities also get dragged down for oversharing, and then they're told that they're attention seeking. I think in today's society and development especially, we definitely struggle to understand that we know so much about people that we don't know in that way. We don't know these people, and we don't realize that we only know the person that they are on camera or are on stage. We know the performer, the person being interviewed by an interviewer, asking questions, and we're always talking about how this person is so down to earth, they're so humble, they're so real for that, when at the end of the day, these people are trained at this point. Their first 4 interviews, that is their raw self, because they're still trying to figure out what people will like about them and what people enjoy about them. Once they figured out this performer that they're going to put on for the camera, even if they don't realize it, even if they're being so authentic, they're still censoring themselves to a certain degree because they are on camera. So we constantly think that we are seeing this true person for who they really are. The only way you're seeing someone for the person that they really are is if you're so close to this person that you're basically seen as family. And I don't think we're gonna get that. So I think a lot of the time we as fans feel the right to knowledge of this person we've pledged our admiration to, even when they don't know it. Whether it's getting access to their interviews or just a very open statement or a raw, real version of them, it's also the fact that parasocial relationships can be way more toxic than like just having a celebrity crush or making edits about someone, because genuinely they can be so much more intense. Like the case of Talika Patrick, I don't know if you guys have ever heard about her, but she basically had such an intense parasocial relationship with a gospel singer to the point where she would make videos dedicated to him, and even went as far as posting a bunch of tweets about him, to going to his house, to contacting his children, to the point where literally when all this stuff went on about her disappearing, it was honestly very shocking to this guy, because literally he had to like get like the law involved, even when he was seen as a suspect in the case, when like he was honestly just trying to live his life. And definitely a lot of parasocial relationships that go to such a scary extreme like that can definitely be underlined by a mental issue and a mental struggle, and using this person as an escape. Like, I definitely know for myself, when I was going through a very rough time mentally, I had a lot of like YouTubers and artists, especially artists, that really helped me. And a lot of the time, you know, I refer to Lucky Day, the artist that I listen to a lot, as like my husband and wada wada wada. And I know I'm a victim. I know I'm a victim of that. Like, I know, not a victim, what's the word? A culprit. I know I'm the culprit of being like, yeah, I love him, like I love him. But to be honest, no, I love the fact that he can sing and I love his music. But at the end of the day, I don't know Lucky Day personally. So I don't know what he's like as a person. Maybe he's like a horrible, I don't believe that, but I think a lot of the time a very extreme sense of a parasocial relationship is when someone, our celebrity crush or like a fan of someone, sees that someone that they really care about is now in a open invested relationship, like a relationship where they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Suddenly their world gets literally filled with envy for no reason. Like, you never knew this person, but you feel somewhat threatened. You feel as though this person that you know and this person that you love and you care about is suddenly being stripped away from you. But at the end of the day, this person is closer with everyone in their life more than they are close with you. And that's a very trippy thing to come to terms with. But when you think about it, you get completely consumed by this person in particular that you absolutely love and that you adore, by watching a couple of interviews and seeing their songs and listening to their music, or wada wada wada, to the point where you see these snippets of them and then you kind of are forced to fill in the blanks with your own imagination. And think about that. That's like 10% you see of this person, the other 90% you don't see, and now you're having to fill in these blanks. Therefore, this person that you love and adore so much ends up breaking it down to them just being a figment of your imagination. Because this person is, celebrities are very, at this point, if you think about many celebrities that have been doing this for like 5 years plus, but you get completely consumed by the fantasy of this person and what you hope they're like. But genuinely, a lot of the time, the person that you idolize and you love so much is not the same person that they are in real life. And I think it's just very important to know when to take a step back. Like, fan fiction is one of the biggest portrayals of the building a fantasy of someone. Like, bro, the amount of times where you see fan fiction and it's completely built off of, it's built mainly off of imagination. And sometimes it's just easier to have this person as an escape rather than having to go and talk to real people and confront real relationships, because it's harder to build an in-person relationship than it is to continue the relationship that you have with this celebrity up here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed what I was saying. It's just so hard that, to be honest, I don't even know if I really said anything important. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys can tell, I did like a green to match my green top. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment down below. You know what? Let's be part of the problem. Comment down below your celebrity crush. And I'll see you guys all next week. Sorry, I swore bug. Bye, besties.